Hi, I'm Mona, and if you're here, you found Kaleidoscope Dreams Tarot. Today I'm going to do a he and she reading, just to find out, if you're in separation with somebody, it could be male or female. Um, let's find out what they're up to, right? I'm going to call this the he side. I'm going to call this the she side. But like I have said before, energies can be swapped. You can be a male with female energy. You can be a female with male energy. So just take it how it resonates with you. Let's just have some fun with this, okay? And of course, at the end, I do have some final words for you guys. Also, I'd like to mention to my subscribers, welcome back, and hope this you get some entertainment out of this and some information if you'd like. And also to any new subscribers, welcome to my channel, and I'm so grateful that you guys are here. Okay, I do notice a lot of people are watching the videos, but nobody subscribes. So thank you for any of my new subscribers. I'm so happy that you're here to join us. So with that being said, I am going to start with the he side of the reading, okay? And that's this deck here. So I'm going to do 3 cards, and then I'm going to clarify, and then I'm going to do 3 cards after that and clarify those. But I'm going to do them, 3 cards for the male, 3 cards for the female, and then clarify, of course, and then, and so on. So let's go ahead and get started. It's kind of going to be a long reading. I know you guys know this because, we want to find out as much as we can what's going on between the both of them, okay? All right, so what's going on with him for the he and she reading for November 23rd, 2019. This also is a timeless reading, y'all, so whenever you watch it is when it's meant for you, okay? What is going on with him in regards to the he and she reading? What's going on with him? Let's find out. What is going on with him? Okay, well, first card out, we have the Ace of Rods in reverse. Okay, I will be taking reverses, by the way. All right, so let me get 2 more cards for the he side of the reading. Let me get 2 more cards for the he side of the reading. All right, next we have the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. Let me get 1 more card for the he. Okay, and once again, oh, no, not in reverse. We have Judgment. Okay, let me actually move these down right here. All right, then. So we have the Ace of Rods in reverse. So he might be feeling that whatever he's going after, he's losing passion for it. Basically, he doesn't want to have a new start. He's not feeling it, or a new start will not be starting for him, okay? Either he doesn't want to start something new, or she doesn't want to start something new, all right? We also have the Eight of Pentacles in reverse, and that's pretty much working on your craft or working on something to, improve yourself. And it appears that, he's not going to be working on this anymore. He doesn't want to do it. Okay. We also have the Judgment card here, and that signifies, making judgment over a situation. Okay. And whether or not to move forward, Somebody's making judgment on him, or he's making judgment on her. So let's go ahead and clarify these cards and find out what's going on here. All right, let's find out a little bit more information. I will be using the night for him and the day for her. Okay, so clarify this Ace of Rods card for the viewers, please, to let us know what is going on. What is preventing a new passionate start for him? Why is this Ace of Rods here? Why is he not starting a new passionate beginning? Clarify this Ace of Rods here, please. Let me get 3 cards for the Ace of Rods. Clarify this Ace of Rods here for him. What is he thinking about this? Okay, well, we do have we have the 10 of Wands, and that's in reverse. Okay, Wands and Rods are the same. Okay. So there seems to be a burden starting out here. Maybe they don't want to work on this. Maybe it's too much of a burden for them. They don't want to deal with it. Let me get 2 more cards for this 10 of Wands under the Ace of Rods. Let me get 2 more cards, please. Let me get 2 more cards, please, for him under the Ace of Rods in reverse. Okay. Next we have we have the Ten of Pentacles, okay, and that signifies being financially secure with your family, having happiness and whatnot. So it appears that he's not, he's finding that to have this, you know, happy family and financial security, or even just being stable and grounded and having balance, perhaps he might feel that this is just too much work for him, and he's not trying to do that. He's not trying to put in his work, you know. Apparently, he might not feel that she is worth it, so he's not trying to put in any work. All right, we have the Eight of Swords, feeling stuck in a situation, right? But this is also the Justice card. So he may be receiving justice for what he has done in the past, okay? Um, he's not feeling like he wants to start anything new, or maybe he can't start anything new, okay? That could be it too. He might want to move forward, but maybe he just can't because whatever situation he might be in might be burdensome to him. And this might include having a family already, okay? So he may have a family already, all right? He might be feeling stuck in that situation and that he can't do anything right now, you know? Let's find out what this Eight of Pentacles in reverse is. What is this Eight of Pentacles here for his side of the reading? What is he not working on? Okay, well, first we have, this is the Five of Wands in reverse, okay? And then we have the Five of Pentacles in reverse. Let me see if I can get one more card real quick, you guys. Let me get one more card. Oh, there it is. Whoops. And this is also in reverse. All right. So basically what's going on here is we have the Five of Wands in reverse. All right. And this card is also, okay, let me just put that there. So the Five of Wands in reverse is usually, you know, conflict and, you know, fussing and fighting and all this kind of stuff. But it's written in reverse, so there might not be any fighting or bickering going on. You know, we do see that there's Eight of Pentacles in reverse, and, you know, that's usually working on something. But it seems that they're not working on it anymore. Maybe they're not working on the current relationship they're in, if they are in a relationship, because we see this Ten of Pentacles right here, right? Now, with this deck, I use it for a reason. This is called the Illumination playing card, or what is it called? I'm sorry. It's called the Illuminated Playing Cards, okay? But I only use them for tarot, okay? So the reason why I like these cards is because some of the cards represent two different cards. So this card also represents the devil, which, you know, signifies temptation, attachment, and control. So they might have gotten out of a situation that was very controlling, okay, which might have been this marriage or relationship they had with somebody that they thought was possibly a burden. A lot of fighting. They're not fighting anymore. They're just not, you know, doing it. Next, we have this Five of Pentacles. And the Five of Pentacles is feeling, you know, left out in the cold, maybe got kicked out of the house, just ended something, you know, it just came to an end with sadness. But, you know, that card also, I think that that card signifies, I think that's the Hierophant card. Yeah, that's the Hierophant card, okay? And, you know, the Hierophant is involved with traditions and spiritual authority, and also can be deception, okay? So they might have been deceived in the situation they were in. And it looks like they're not feeling deceived anymore because they might have been able to get some justice and get out of that situation. So they might have gotten a divorce, separation, something like that, right? Because they are no longer in that situation and they are no longer out in the cold, all right? Next, we have this Ace of Wands, and the Ace of Wands is usually starting a new beginning, but this card is in the reverse, and this card is also the card of strength, okay? So the card of strength is usually a Leo card. I'm not saying it that they were with a Leo because, you know, we all have so many signs in our charts. It all depends on the moons, phases, all that stuff. So try not to focus on signs right now. Just try to focus on the story, okay? So this person does not have the strength anymore to deal with this situation that he was in, all right? He is just done. He's finished. and he doesn't, you know, he just doesn't want to move on with that. He got justice. Maybe there was a divorce, like I said. There's no more family situation. It was too much a burden, and whatever he started, it's just not happening. Okay, not right, not anymore. Okay, so let's go ahead and find out what this judgment card is. Clarify the judgment card for the viewer for his side of the reading. What's going on with this judgment card, and why is it here? Clarify this judgment card for him, please. Clarify the judgment card for him, please. Let me get 3 cards to clarify this judgment card for him. What judgment has been made in his side of the story? Okay, we have the 4 of Cups. Okay, and that's in the reverse. All right. I'll put that right there. Let me get 2 more cards, please. 2 more cards for his side of the story. Let me get 2 more cards for. All right. We have the 4 of Wands in reverse. Let me get one more card for his side of the story. All right. Okay, 2 came out, but I guess I'll take them. I'll be picking up the cards again anyways. We have the 6 of Swords in reverse, and we have the Queen of Swords in the upright position. Okay. Okay, so let's see what we have here. So we have the 4 of Cups in reverse. Okay, perhaps there was a judgment made on a situation. Maybe maybe he wanted to move forward somewhere else, right? He made a judgment call on whether or not he should, right? And it seems right here that you know, the 4 of Cups is usually, you know, getting an offer or giving an offer to somebody, and it seems like this is upside down. So it seems also like maybe he doesn't want to give this offer because he's nervous that the offer might be turned down. Okay, he doesn't quite have enough confidence to move forward when it comes to this. And what is this he's feeling uncomfortable about? It is the 4 of Wands in reverse. So 4 of Wands also signifies marriage, getting together with somebody, possibly a soulmate, twin flame, or something like that, right? So that card is also in the reverse. So he might not have enough confidence to come forward because he's afraid of being judged about what has happened in the past, because perhaps what has happened was not very nice. All right, and so we see here the 6 of Swords, and this is also in the reverse. And that usually means somebody, you know, moving towards someone, or somebody moving towards them. And it seems like there's no movement happening right now. Nobody's moving towards anybody. So that is also in the reverse. And then we have the Queen of Swords. And this also means that this could be her holding the energy, or somebody else in their environment holding this energy of the Queen of Swords. And the Queen of Swords is very nurturing and nice. She will listen to what you have to say, but if you don't come at her right, she's going to definitely cut you out of her life. So he may not be wanting to move to the Queen of Swords at this time, and this could be her energy, or it could be somebody else in his environment. Okay, so let me get these up, or actually let me leave those out for you guys, in case you just want to look at them, because in case you guys read tarot cards, or you know someone else who does, they might have another idea about how this is going. You know, I don't say that I'm the most perfect. You know, every tarot card reader gets their own messages. Okay, so I'll just leave those there, and we'll just leave this like this. Okay, and then I will put these cards right here to take a break. All right, so now let's find out what's going on with her on her side. Tell us what's going on with her for the he and she reading for November 23, 2019. What is going on in her life for November 23rd, 2019? Let me get 3 cards for her side of the reading so we can find out what is going on with her for November 23rd. Okay, well, we have the 3 of Swords, okay? Now, this doesn't have to resonate with everybody, right? Okay, so don't panic, okay? And also remember I said that the female energies could be the male energy at this time, you know. But let's see what else is going on. The Ace of Cups. All right. Let's see what else we got. Let me get one more card. All right. These cards flip out so nicely. All right, so this is for her side of the reading. First, we have the 3 of Flamingos, and that usually signifies definitely third-party situation. Okay, so she might be dating. All right, because if you're single and you see this card, I mean, how could it be three-party if you're dating? You know, you could be dating, you could be single. This could be just about anything. It could even be that you are working on different things in your life. Okay. But we do see that Three of Swords right there, and that's what it normally indicates. So take it how you feel it might resonate. Okay. Then we have the Ace of Cups, which signifies starting a new a new emotional beginning with another person, perhaps, okay, or a new passionate idea, a love to do something, okay. It doesn't have to be a love for another person. It could be a love for a new business adventure or, you know, something of that sort, okay. Then we also have the Three of Wands in reverse. So usually that card is a card of waiting for your ships to come in, waiting for somebody to approach you, waiting for something to happen, okay? And that card is in the reverse, so that can maybe be, you know, that she's not waiting for anybody anymore. She's just going to move on and move forward in her own life and do whatever makes her happy. And, you know, that's what I'm seeing so far here, okay? Let's go ahead and clarify her side of the reading and find out what these cards really mean. All right, so clarify the Three of Swords on her side of the reading. Clarify the Three of Swords on her side of the reading. Why is that Three of Swords there? Ooh, that one wanted to come out. We have the King of Cups, okay? So she may be dealing with somebody who's holding the King of Cups energy, all right? This person is very emotional, all right? He's a very loving person. He's caring, you know, he has a lot of emotion, but he usually doesn't show it that much, okay? So let's find out what other two cards we can get from this. Let me get two more cards for her side of the reading, please. Let me get two more cards for her side of the reading. Two more cards for her side of the reading, please. Two more cards, clarifying the King of Cups. Okay. Well, we have the King of Pentacles, okay? So this could be one person in the same, or it can be two separate people, okay? And the King of Pentacles is someone who is financially stable and grounded and pretty balanced person, okay? Let me get one more card for her side of the reading underneath the two Kings and the Three of Swords. Let me get one more card for her side of the reading, please. Okay, we have the Queen of Cups. So this may be a romantic situation involving two males and one female, okay? And the female could be her, right? And she could be dealing with two separate males, okay? We have the King of Cups and the King of Pentacles. Now, remember I said that it could be one person and the same, okay? But it appears here, what I'm feeling is she may be involved in maybe talking to two different males, right? Now, this could also refer to dating. Okay, somebody could be dating right now. It doesn't necessarily mean that, you know, oh, you know, she's with somebody and she's definitely has somebody else on the side. No, that could just mean that she's dating, okay? Especially if she's just getting through heartbreak or, you know, issues in her life or feeling sadness. And what do you do when you break up with somebody and you kind of get over it, you're healed and all that? You go out and date. You find out who's out there, what kind of choices you have, right? Let's clarify this Ace of Hats here, please. Let's clarify this Ace of Hats for her side of the reading. Why is the Ace of Hats here, which is also the Ace of Cups? Let me get three cards for the Ace of Hats, please. Three cards for the Ace of Hats. Ooh. Okay, well, the first card I see here that came out is the Eight of Cups. Okay, and the Eight of Cups is somebody walking away. All right, so she may have walked away from an emotional beginning with somebody because it could have to do with a lot of secrets and lies and deception, because this card not only is the Ace of Cups, it's also the Moon card, okay? Then we have the Seven of Wands in the upright position, and that could mean that there were a lot of secrets, there was a lot of fighting, bickering, competition, and I don't think anybody likes to deal with that, and that's probably why that she's walked away from that emotional new beginning with probably him, and why she's dating now, okay? Clarify this Seven of Wands for her side of the reading. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, he was just a burden, you know, and now she's wanting to move forward on a new emotional start with another person because she might have been hurt in the past by this person, and she could have also been dealing with two other people. But what I feel here is that she might be out dating and trying to figure herself out due to third party situations, okay? And this is why it might have ended with him, okay? So what I'm seeing now, since these cards are laid out, I'm seeing that she now is starting to date, okay? You see her, she's holding flowers. Maybe one of these kings or both of the kings have given her some flowers, as something to start off the date or whatever. And why this is starting and why is she dating? Because there was a three-party situation in his situation. She might have just given up on him and she wants to start something new. She wants to move forward somewhere else. Okay, she walked away from the past. She walked away from the competition and all the burdens. And I don't blame her. Let's clarify this Three of Wands here. Clarify the Three of Wands. Okay. We have the Seven of Swords. All right. Let me get two more cards. Clarifying that Seven of Swords and the Three of Wands in reverse, please. Three of Wands in reverse and that Seven of Swords. Let me get two more cards, please. Oops. Okay. We have the Four of Pentacles. Okay. Let me get one more card for this Four of Pentacles, Seven of Swords, and the Three of Wands in reverse. Okay. So what's going on here is, she's not waiting anymore for her ships to come in, perhaps waiting for him. She's decided to just go ahead and move on, move ahead, date people. She doesn't want to have any burdens. She knows what she wants now. She wants an emotional new beginning somewhere, but she wants to avoid conflict, burdens. She doesn't want to deal with that crap anymore. And, it's understandable. So she's not waiting for him anymore. And she's also, we have this Seven of Swords. And the Seven of Swords is also, it's not very good either, right? So if she's dealing with the Seven of Swords, she's dealing with, some deception, maybe fighting over some things or trying to defend herself, or maybe she's dealing with somebody trying to defend himself. Because this card is also the Chariot. Okay, with those two horses right there, she might be wanting to get on the Chariot with somebody. It might also be somebody might be returning to her. Okay, she might see, maybe she was waiting for her ships to come in. She doesn't want to wait for that anymore because of the past issues that she's had. But it appears, this is where he comes in again. Okay, it appears that he might be hanging on to the situation, because the Four of Pentacles is basically somebody hanging on and holding on tight to whatever it is they have, because we also have the Four of Wands, and this one is not in the reverse. Okay, so she might be holding on still to the idea of him. She doesn't feel like she wants to wait anymore because of all these burdens and competition and all that stuff. And she, of course, she's gonna think about him still and how she could have had that chariot ride with him, and they could have gotten married, had that happy family and whatnot. And I'm sure it's still on her mind, but I don't think she's really trying to deal with that anymore. I think she's trying to deal with her emotions right now, trying to clear that energy, trying to find things to do, date other people, find a new beginning somewhere because of all this deception that she's had in the past, and I mean, that's what happens when you break up and you end up heartbroken, and you try to heal, and that's basically what could be going on right here. So let me put these here. All right, and then we're going to go ahead and pick these up, because we are going to find out the next row of the story, find out what's going on right here, okay? Let me just put those there for a sec. All right. So what is the next part of this story for the heat? Wow. Wow, you guys. Okay. So we have the Three of Pentacles. And then we have the Three of Swords. Okay. So let me get one more card. Let me get one more card for his. Okay. Whoa. Where did it go? All right. We have the Lovers. All right, you guys. We have the Lovers. The Lovers have arrived. Okay. So basically, you know, that was the first part of the story. So let me go here and let's go move on to the continuation of this story. All right. So basically, he is trying to work on something. Maybe he's trying to work on himself, okay, right now, trying to gain his pentacles, trying to, you know, and this also means working with others, okay. Now, we do have the Three of Swords here again, and it does mean three-party situation, but not necessarily, like I said on this side. He could be working with others to try and gain his pentacles, okay. This could be working with family members. This could be a new job, trying to just, you know, get himself together, and he's just got a lot on his plates. But then, of course, it could also mean trying to gain pentacles and, you know, maybe doing it the wrong way. And the wrong way in the past might have been, you know, taking advantage of others and you know, using deceptive ways to get the money. But, you know, like I said, it could be romantic, it could be family, it could be work. Just put however resonates with you in that situation, okay? It does show here that this person might be working on that or doing things to improve himself and working a lot and working with others. And it could be that he's doing it for somebody that he loves, okay? Now, he could also be, you know, just working, because I will say that I have seen this card jump out when I have been involved with nobody, but I was talking to a friend from the past, and I had absolutely no relation with that person. I haven't even seen them. I haven't even visited them, yet it's still, this can come out as a third party situation, as someone else thinking about it, okay? And so he could be working with others, okay? And somebody might have a crush on him, for all we know. And that person, if he's thinking about her, that person could be making this card flip out as a three-party situation because someone else is thinking about him. You understand? Did that come out right? That is also a possibility, because I have seen that happen in situations. And it could be somebody that loves him, you know, or has a crush on him or whatever. Or it could just be him working hard. Somebody's, you know, thinking about other people. But, you know, essentially what's here is the Lover's card. So somebody loves somebody. And let's find out who, okay? Because I'm curious. Okay. So let's clarify the Three of Pentacles. Let's find out who is he working with? Is he working on his own with anybody else? Let's see. We have the Ace of Cups, and that card is in the reverse. Okay. So it doesn't look like he's really starting any kind of passionate anything right now. Oops. Wow. He's dreaming because it flew on this side, and I'm pretty much pointed at this side. We're going to say that he is working on something, because right now he feels that, you know, starting a new beginning with someone is definitely not happening right now. And since this card flew all the way to her side, I have a feeling that he might have her on his mind, okay? Let's clarify also, this is Seven of Cups here in reverse. He's maybe not trying to think about things. He's trying not to, you know, he's trying not to think about her, because maybe it puts him in a lot of strife and he doesn't want to be in his head about it anymore. Maybe he feels that this situation is over. Let's see. We do have the Nine of, what is this? The Nine of Wands. Okay. And the Nine of Wands is, this is also the Sun card. Okay. This card is also the Sun card. So let me move these a little bit. So basically what's going on here is he's working hard on something, okay? He might feel that he doesn't have a new beginning in emotions with someone. He might be daydreaming about someone. Because his card flew on this side, he might be thinking about her, okay? And he does think of her as the sun, maybe the sun in his life, the sunshine of his life, you know what I'm saying? The sunshine of his eye, whatever, however that song goes. But that might be what's going on here. He might be working on something that he thinks he might not have a chance in anymore, and you know, but he's gonna keep working and trucking along. Okay. Let's go ahead and see what this Three of Swords is. Why is that Three of Swords there? And then we have the Ace of Pentacles. Okay. Let me get two more cards for the. Okay, this fell right on top of her cards. We have the Four of Wands in reverse. Okay. It seemed that both of the Four of Wands that flew out were in reverse both times. Okay. Let me get one more card for his side when it comes to the Four of... okay, let's see. We have the Three of Cups that flipped over in my hand. Okay, we have the Three of Cups here. This card, I'll go ahead and take it. It's the Five of Swords, and that's in the reverse. Okay, so now let's see what's going on here. Okay, so the Ace of Pentacles is basically, you know, trying to start out a new beginning with someone, you know, something new, something fresh, having some new stability in a situation. But yeah, you know, we can't tell. This is not a card that's really telling us if it's in the reverse or in the upright, so I really couldn't tell you that about this card. So it could be that somebody is thinking about starting a new beginning with somebody, right? That could be a possibility. Okay. And then we have, you know, this is also the card, the World card, right? Because you see the little continents, I guess, whatever. But this card is also signifying the world, okay? So right now we can't really clarify too much about what that Three of Swords is still. So let's kind of find out the rest of the story. So he might have thought that this that somebody in his life was his world. Okay, and it could have been somebody that, you know, he might have put in a three-party situation. All right, now that I see what's going on here, that's what the possibility could be. He could have put the one that he loves, the one that he thought was his world, in a three-party situation, and now, and in the past, you know, he was working for someone else or something else, hoping for happiness, you know, and sunshine on that side, but it actually, I don't think it worked out because of this Ace of Cups in reverse. Okay, it's all coming to me now. So this person has put her, which might have been his world, in a three-party situation, and whatever he did, you know, whoever he ran to or went to besides her, that didn't even work out. So, you know, it sucked for him. And then we have here, there was some celebration about something, or, you know, this also once again could mean a three-party situation. So he might have been involved with others. Okay, if he wasn't married, he could have been involved with others, you know, or he could have been married and involved with others. It all depends on how much of a player this person was, right? And then we have this Five of Swords here. So it seems that I don't think that you know, this is like playing your cards right. You can get away with it, blah, 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 perhaps, you know. But I don't think that that's what's the case here, because this card is in reverse. So he's done with whatever, you know, deceptive ways and things he was doing, because I guess whatever situation he was in, that, you know, was the negative thing in his life, that three-party situation, having many options, you know, trying to be sneaky about stuff, and you know, he worked hard at it, because he did finally find somebody, perhaps. Okay, he might have left her for somebody. He worked hard at it. No go. It didn't work out for him. It did not at all. And he ended up being put in a three-party situation, and the marriage failed. or the relationship failed. It was too many people involved, and you know, he tried to play his cards right, didn't work out for him. Okay, let's go ahead and find out what this Lover's card is. Why is this Lover card here for his side of the reading? Why is this Lover's card here for his side of the reading? Whoa. Okay, so we have the King of Wands. Okay, and then we have the Seven of Wands in reverse. Okay, so I see that this person, he may have made judgment on what is happening here, right? Because remember, we have the Judgment card here, and that is in the upright position underneath the Lover's card. So he made a judgment on the situation that had to do with this lover, okay? And what happened is, you know, he was passionate about it, but he was like, you know what? I am not somebody that wants to be in competition with anyone else. All right, let me see if I can get one more card for this. I always find out the story better when I can get a, ooh, we got two cards. Okay, one card fell out on this side. This one says, oh my gosh, it's the Fool card, okay? But we saw this one first. Let's put this ahead. All right, we have the Knight of Pentacles, all right? And the Knight of Pentacles is information that's coming in, or he's going to give information going out to somebody, right? And I think that information is, you know, because this card fell over there on her side, he might be thinking about trying to start something new with her. Okay, so even though this card fell out on her side, I'm feeling that because there was a lot of deception in the past of being a player and all that, having all kinds of options, you know, he found his sunshine. He thought he did, but you know, basically he just put her in the category of being an option. All right, he ended up, you know, hooking up with one of these swords that he had, and he thought that might have been his world. The world turned upside down. His marriage turned upside down. That relationship turned upside down. There was too many people involved. He didn't want to deal with the fighting. Okay, judgment was made, right? And now he has the Lover's cards here, and he's very passionate about this lover, but he doesn't want to be in competition. He doesn't want to be fighting over someone. He wants to just be comfortable and know that that person's going to be faithful for him, and he's going to either go and tell somebody, he's going to tell her, or you know, she's going to come into him and tell him something. But either way, he wants to start something new. He wants to take that Fool's journey, because this is also the Fool's card, right? So that's what's going on with him. All right, so when you put it all together, basically he got into a relationship. He started something passionate and new with someone else. He tried to work on something with them. Okay, it didn't work out. All right, and he was pretty much then treated as an option. He wanted to have a new emotional beginning with this person. Didn't work out, because then he was treated as an option. He could have seen this person as his sunshine, and he might have also thought the world of this person, and they might have gotten together. And even though we have this Three of Swords here and we have them getting together, he probably had her on his mind still, right? And so judgment was made on this whole situation. He found out about three-party situations of emotions going all over the place, and it could be also that three-party situation could have been he was involved with somebody, but he was thinking of her. Okay, you can use that scenario too. And he wasn't going to be dealing with this arguing anymore, because, you know, he was now being put in the situation of possibly a three-party situation. He, you know, had that heartbreak himself. Judgment was made, and the Lover's card here, it's not in reverse, so I'm thinking that he does have love for another person, and it could be one of these swords, and he is very passionate about that. He's not trying to be in competition with anybody anymore. He doesn't want to put anybody in any competition. He's coming with a message, and he wants to start out something new. Okay, that's what I'm getting from all this. So so hard to put these stories together right at the beginning, you know. To get all the cards out, story kind of comes together, right? So let's go ahead and find out what's going on her side. All right. So there was some three-party situation in her life. Okay, she wanted to start a new beginning, emotional beginning, and she's not waiting for her ships to come anymore because of, I guess, maybe third-party situations. But, you know, let's find out really what's going on here. Let's get the next part of this story for her side of the story. find out what's going on so we can put this all together and figure it out. Okay. All right, so we have the Four of Pentacles. All right. Let me get 3 more cards, please. 3 more cards for her side of the story. What other kind of cards you got for us? Let me get 2 more cards. Oops. Oh, okay. So we got the Queen of Cups. And then we have the 8 of Wands. Okay. Put these down. Think about this. All right. So we have the trying to think. Okay. All right. So we have the Four of Pentacles, right? And, you know, even though there was a third-party situation which could have been caused on because of him, all right, she definitely held on for as long as she could, right? She definitely held on. And it just seemed like it wasn't going anywhere. You know, I mean, she wanted to have a new beginning with him, and she was holding the energy of the Queen of Cups, which is, you know, this is a person who is very nurturing and very loving. It's a good mother. She really, you know, puts her emotions out there and shows people that she loves. You know what I mean? But because she's not waiting anymore, you know, she might have some new ideas going on in her head, right? Maybe she's making some maybe she's moving forward in a different idea now. You know, she's making progress or movement in a different direction. She could be she could be moving too fast. Maybe she could be being very hasty on this. But I mean, if she's been going through this, it just all really depends on if she's been going through this type of thing with him in this relationship this whole time. And I could see where she'd want to just up and leave it and move forward and with her own life because you know, with all that heartbreak and all these, you know, Three of Swords and all that, you know, how can you deal with that, you know? And, you know, he's shacking up with someone else and she was waiting for him or probably, you know, trying to date here and there, trying to get over it, but perhaps she couldn't because she was just so heartbroken and, you know, basically what's my favorite thing to say is learn to love yourself and then you can get over these things. And perhaps she just didn't love herself enough and that's why she hung on to this toxic situation, you know. And I think now she's beginning to think that she just needs to move on and move forward and she just doesn't want to wait for this anymore. All right, well, let's see. You know, that's what I see here right now, but the story can change. So let's find out how this unfolds, okay? All right. So let's clarify this Four of Pentacles for her side of the reading. Why is this? Okay, well. So we have the Two of Wands, okay? Two of Wands. And then we have the Two of Pentacles. Let me get one more card. One more card for this Four of Pentacles, please. One more card, please. Okay. How is it? Okay, it's like this, yeah. All right. So, let me push that down a little bit. Okay. So what we have there, we have this Two of Wands, you know, and the Two of Wands is usually like thinking about the past. It's just not a really bad card, you know. It's kind of looking forward to, you know, looking towards the future, you know what I'm saying? Trying to figure out what you want in life or who you want to spend it with, this kind of thing, you know what I mean? And so with this card, You know, this is like having a conversation with someone. We got two people here, all right? And, you know, she's holding on to a situation that involved her in a three-party situation, and she's hanging on to it, and perhaps she's waiting for information to come in, or she was, you know, because it shows that she wasn't waiting for anything anymore because it just wasn't coming in. Why wait, right? But it still seems like deep down inside her, she is still waiting for some sort of conversation to happen. Okay, and you know, it's hard to let go, you guys. We all know that, don't you? You have to admit it. It's hard to let go of things. You know, it's never easy when you have devastating news going on in your life, right? Excuse me. And then we have this two of pentacles right here, right? And the two of pentacles, you know, that's all about juggling, right? It's all about juggling and, you know, just doing a lot of things at once. So while she's waiting for this conversation to come in, she could have been juggling, you know, situations. It could have been two jobs. It could have been two what do you call it, two endeavors. It could have been two people. It could have been family members. But she was pretty busy, even though she was waiting for this to happen. So she might have dated some people, and it was just like, yeah, I don't really like these people. I'm not feeling them. So I might just throw myself into work and try to figure out what else I'm going to do, okay? But this is also the card of the High Priestess. You know, the High Priestess, she knows everything. She knows what's going on. She knows about the third party situation. She knows about the cheating and the lying and the deception. And, you know, that's why, you know, she's kind of wanting to move forward. And this is why she's, you know, not wanting to wait anymore, because she does not want to be in competition with anyone else. It's either me or that's it, right? You know, I don't want to be, you know, I don't want to be compared to other people. And if you're not choosing me first, then I'll just step back and I don't want to deal with it. But because of the heartbreak, you know, she might, and you know, and hanging on and stuff and waiting for someone to talk to her, she was still holding on. You know, she still had hope in this situation, okay? Because it appears that this person was somebody that she wanted to have, you know, this life with, and it just didn't work out because that person went and put his life somewhere else. Okay, and you know, you see this Queen of Hats here. I don't know if you could see very well. She's a very loving and caring woman, but if you could only see her face, she just looks absolutely sad in that picture. I don't know if you could see that, but she doesn't look like a very happy person. She looks like someone who's just been through it, who's been through the ringer and back. And I mean, gosh, poor thing. You know what I'm saying? So let's go ahead and find out. What is this Queen of Hats here? What is this Queen of Hats here? She's still holding on. What's going on? What is this Queen of Hats doing here? What's going on with her and this Queen of Hats? Is she feeling sad like that picture? Clarify this Queen of Hats for the He/She reading. Clarify this Queen of Hats. Okay, here's one. Okay, we have the King of Pentacles. Okay, so she could have been dealing with the King of Pentacles. That's what he could have been holding that energy. Perhaps he had money and all. He has money and all kinds of things, and he's happy and grounded. You know, or maybe she might be meeting someone like that. Clarify this Queen of Hats and the King of Pentacles, please. King of Pentacles and the Queen of Hats, please. Clarify these cards. Whoa. Okay, well. Okay. So basically we have, okay, so the king, okay, once again, I'm thinking that when we saw at the beginning, we saw this three, now that I see these two cards here, okay, because look, we have the King of Pentacles and the King of Wands. Those are the exact two guys that came out when it came to this Three of Swords. So I'm thinking that these two men, these two are, oh, actually, this is a queen. My bad, my bad. Okay, so this might be, this is the King of Pentacles. Gosh, you guys, let me get my words straight, okay? The Queen of Hats, she's holding the energy of the Queen of Hats, which is the Queen of Cups, right? She could have been dealing with a King of Pentacles or will be dealing with a King of Pentacles. And she also has a lot of passion for this person because this is the Queen of Wands here, okay? And she could be dealing with someone like that. Oh, but it appears that it's not going to work out. I don't think she's going to start anything new with that King of Pentacles. That's what's showing here because the Ace of Cups did come out in the reverse. You know what? Let's go ahead and see what the last three cards are so we can bring this story together and tie it all up. Why is this Eight of Wands here? Clarify this Eight of Wands for her side of the reading. Clarify this Eight of... Okay. We got three cards that came flipped out, okay? So let me put those. So the first one that came out, we have the Five of Wands in reverse, okay? And we also, this card is also the card of the Devil, all right? So it seems like she's not fighting anymore, right? And she has, if she has had any, like addictions or issues with that, she's not dealing with that anymore, okay? She may be healing herself, freeing herself of addictions, freeing herself of fighting and arguing with others, you know, trying to have something else happen, all right? And then we have the Six of Cups, which is also the Lover's card, okay? And it seems like this card is in the reverse. So it could be that she's not dealing with him anymore if that was her lover, because, you know, like I said, she's not going to deal with arguing, fighting, or addictions any longer. Okay, I don't think this is definitely a person of the past, which could probably most likely be him. Okay. And even though she may love him, this is in the reverse, because even if he does come back and maybe brings her a message, and maybe they do talk, I think unless he brings back information of him becoming, you know, free from addiction, maybe not fighting and arguing anymore, then this card might come out in the upright position. But as we know right now, there's no communication, so she has no way of knowing whether or not he has kicked his addictions, whether or not he's dealing with others, and if he's going to even, if he does come back, if they're going to be arguing and fighting, okay? Because I will say that when you have an addiction, it causes conflict in both people's lives, especially if you're dealing with somebody with addictions and it's your spouse or someone you're in a relationship with. And this is why she might want to be moving on to into a new direction, right? And then what do we have here? Yeah, the Chariot. Okay, perhaps that she will be moving in another direction with someone else, or hoping to, because she's not going to deal with any more addictions. She's not going to deal with any more competition. She doesn't want to deal with arguing, fussing, and fighting. And she's very passionate. She's a very loving person, and I don't think she wants to have to be dealing with anybody who's got issues, because, you know, she's got issues of her own. She's trying to heal herself. She's trying to move forward in a healthy way. She might be trying to, you know, she might be trying to do things to better her health and you know, her situation, trying to, you know, straighten her life out after this just devastating experience that she's had with him, you know. So that's what, you know, how it could be. And you know, of course, no communication. You know, she doesn't know what's going on, so why should she wait around for somebody who doesn't even speak to her, right? If there's no communication, right? Because it doesn't seem, it shows here that she's hanging on, but this card right here is kind of like waiting to have a conversation with somebody, but there's no card here that's showing that there's any um, speaking or communication happening here. Okay, it doesn't even show really on this side. It shows that, you know, he wants to do it and he wants to start something new, but it's all about wanting, you know, it's not coming through, it's not happening, you know, or maybe it will. Maybe it will. Because, you know, either you can see this as the whole story, or you can see this also as something in the future that's going to happen. But who knows? With no communication, how is she supposed to know? All I know is she's going to be jumping on the Chariot and moving into a direction of positive, you know, health, happiness, and healing. You know, that's what I see here, you know. So I hope that was quick enough. I tried to go as quick as I could without jumbling up the whole story, but I hope you guys caught on to that. You know, just if it doesn't resonate, it doesn't resonate. It just depends on your own story. It was interesting nonetheless. And with that being said, I'm going to move on and we're going to go and do a couple oracle cards and see, you know, what kind of suggestion or advice the universe has for us. Okay? All right, I'll see you there. Okay, you guys, welcome to the end. I did notice something really interesting when I wrote down the timestamp, in case anybody's interested in looking it up. The number of the timestamp was 5454, so that could be significant to someone. You can look that up, you can Google it and find out if there's anything interesting you can find on that number, okay? So I have these surrender cards, okay, and I have the Buddha Wisdom Shakti Power cards. I've been using these for the past couple days. I kind of like them, you know, so I'm going to go ahead and use them for this advice part of the he-she reading also, okay. So let's go ahead and find out. I'm going to pull 2 cards from each, one for his side and one for her side, okay. So what does he and she need to surrender in this story of the he and she reading, okay? So let's find out. Okay. So let me see what I feel for his side. Okay, I'm feeling it about right here. So this is what he needs to surrender. And this is what she needs to surrender. Okay, let me get these cards up real quick. Put these to the side. And you know, you guys, I don't know if you've watched any of my other readings. I like to keep the Buddha Wisdom Shakti Power book out, just in case I feel like I might be missing something. Sometimes I don't need it. Sometimes I do, you know, hey. All right. Just put that to the side for a second just so I can get, these are all pre-shuffled, but, you know, I like to do that one extra shuffle at the end too. So what wisdom does Buddha have for he and she in regards to today's reading? Okay, I will cut the deck, right? And then, you know, how can I do this so I can... Okay, I know how I'm going to do this. I'm going to go 1, 2, and 3. I will not pick from this side, okay, because of the top card. I will pick from these 2 cards because they had an even split, okay? So I was able to pick something new instead of a top card like from that shuffle, okay? So hopefully, you know, we find out what's going on. Okay, there we go. So let's find out what's going on, what kind of, you know, advice or help we might need, you know, here. So first, the surrender card, we have surrender to the habit of people pleasing. Speak your needs and be true to yourself. Focus on your own happiness instead of always trying to make everyone happy. So he might be holding this energy right now of trying to make everyone happy. It may not be working. He may even be sacrificing his own happiness by doing this, okay? Now, you know, there's a lot of people-pleasing people out there, and they just want everything to work out. They don't want conflicts. They want everyone to be happy. But I will tell you this. All you're doing is sacrificing your own happiness. You can't make everyone happy. You can't help everyone. You can't save everyone, but you can help and save and love yourself, okay? You know, you need to stop doing that, because the more you do that, the more you forget about your own, you know, necessities of life, your own happiness, you know, your own goals, you know, your own future even, okay? So what the universe is asking in this surrender to the habit of people pleasing is, I think it's time for you to start working on yourself and start doing things that are going to make you happy, okay? If anyone loves you genuinely, they're not going to be bothered by this, okay? It's so easy to tell someone, look, I know you need that help, but I'm doing something right now, and if I have a chance, I'll go ahead and help you out. But for right now, I need to take care of me because I've lost touch with myself, and I need to, work on myself right now. And, when I have time, then I'll come back and help you. But, I can't make any promises, okay? That's another thing. Do not make any promises, okay? Just tell them that, you come first. Okay, your happiness comes first. You're not being selfish by doing this. Okay, you're totally not being selfish. What you are being is a person who loves themselves. That's what you're doing. Okay, because everyone else doesn't come before you. All right, you come before you, and if they can't deal with that, or if they can't accept that, those are not your friends. Anyone who loves you and cares about you knows we all have our own responsibilities. When was the last time these people put you first? Think about that. I'm sure it's going to be hard for you to, remember, because usually people love to take. People love to take. And when you give and you keep giving, all they do is keep taking. So give that a little thought. Let's find out what she needs to surrender. Surrender your ego. Wow. Okay. Cultivate gratitude, be of service to others, and come from your heart. A big ego can work against you, but humility will further your goals. Okay. So if she has been working in her mind, or, her being in her ego, that's basically, she might be moving forward because she might be thinking, well, so he's going to do this and that. He's not going to come talk to me. So whatever, I'm moving forward. Why? If you feel a feeling in your heart for somebody, why would you walk away from them? Because you're humiliated by it, possibly, right? Maybe you were hurt badly. Okay, but what if this person wants to come back to you and starts talking to you? Are you just going to turn your back on them because you were humiliated or embarrassed or whatever? What if they're coming back to tell you that that's what just happened to them? They're humiliated, they're embarrassed, and they want to tell you the truth. Don't turn your back on that person, because it's almost like you guys have mirrored each other. Okay, you felt the pain, the humiliation, the sadness, and so did the other person. Okay, just know that the reason why this person did that to you is because somebody did that to them. You know what I'm saying? So basically, both got a taste of this, humiliation. You both had to learn this, okay? And maybe it wasn't you that taught that to them. Maybe they had to teach that to you and make you realize your own self-worth, and you to love yourself, and all this, that, and the other, right? But if they did all that to you, who's going to teach them? Not you, because they taught you that. Okay, so are you going to turn around and hurt them? No, because you've been hurt, and you may not be that kind of person. So who's going to teach this person? Well, somebody else had to. So accept that somebody else had to teach that person that, humiliation and that sadness, and maybe this person is having a hard time to communicate that with you. And if they come to you, be like, well, good for you that you did that to me, so I'm happy that you got hurt too. No, it's not. That's not how you take care of it. It's really not. The way, just accept them and hear what they have to say. Have some compassion for them, because, somebody had to teach them. They happen to be the person who had to teach you. Okay, and if they're coming back to apologize and perhaps tell you the story, be understanding, because you will know what they're talking about, because they did that to you. But you can't always be mad at that person, because somebody taught this person to be deceptive, to humiliate others, to hurt others, and perhaps you were doing that before you even met this person and didn't realize it until it happened to you. Think back. Think back to the times when you were doing this, and possibly you were. Think back to the past when you were treating people like that, and you kind of you pushed them aside and walked away from them. He was your karma to teach you, don't do that to people, and that's why you changed, because he taught you that, humiliation sucks. You may have done this to other people in the past, and you're getting your karma from him. Okay? He got his karma from someone else, and he is stepping forward and telling you the truth about it and confessing, about what has happened. Have some compassion. It's all like a chain. We all are intertwined somehow, like weaving a blanket. We are all the blanket, and we are all a piece of thread in that blanket, and the only way to learn is from each other. Okay, so have compassion for people who are going through this, because this person did that to you. You got that karma from him, from doing that to people in the past. Now it was his turn to receive that karma, and now he's coming to you, and he's maybe confessing his apologies or whatever, and perhaps you need to go back and to apologize if you haven't done that already to people of your past. Okay, understand that? I hope you did. So you both got what you deserved. You both did this to other people in the past. You both got your karma. Okay? Simple as that. So let's go ahead and find out what this card is for his side. We have, wow, it's the picture of the lady on the book. It says, Para, the ancient tantric mother goddess, origin of all goddesses. Mother energy pours forth life. So I get, you know what? I'm gonna have to check the book for this, but let me kind of look at it. Maybe something will come to me. Origin of all goddesses. Mother energy pours forth life. Oh, maybe now. This is what I'm getting from this. This is what just popped into my head. I'm thinking that this he side of the reading, right? He is beginning to get, because he was hurt so badly, he is becoming into the energy. He's getting in touch with his feminine side. Okay. He may have been a very masculine person, and now he's getting in touch with his feminine sides, which is emotions, compassion, realization of past things that he's done. Perhaps he hasn't had that mothering energy growing up, so he was never able to learn these emotions, okay? And so now I think what's happening is the Para, the ancient tantric mother goddess, has bestowed upon him emotions that he now understands from a feminine point of view. Okay, she is pouring forth life into him to understand emotions, sadness, happiness, love, just whatever feelings a woman has, basically, and she's pouring all those feelings into this man, or this masculine, right? It could be male or female, right? Remember I told you can switch it. Let's find out what that, opened right to the page. Woohoo! So it says, Para nourishes the universe by pouring forth the nectar of life. She is the hidden energy, the luminous white knight, the original creator, observer, destroyer, presiding over the destruction and transformation of the universe. Her Sanskrit name means supreme, as she is the highest manifestation of a goddess and the ancient source of many other goddesses. Sarasvati and her non-tantric equivalent, out of nothing glowing in the dark grove of Kadamba trees, she begins to appear dressed in spotless white linen, wearing many jewels made of pearls and crystals. Her celestial beauty is so blinding that it is difficult to look at her. Her face contains the radiance of a million stars, and the moon rests in her crown. She holds the book of all wisdom and the crystal's mala and counterpart into Christian rosary for counting her mantras between thumb and index finger, held in the gesture of knowledge. Para bestows enlightenment and the defeat of death and the granting of eloquence and knowledge. She is very essence of wisdom. So basically, this ancient tantric mother has bestowed upon him knowledge of, enlightenment. So this person might be going through enlightenment now and understanding more about the universe and how things work and how male and female energies intertwine. Okay, so he might be going through this right now. Okay, very beautiful. Let's find out what this is. And we have Green Tara. Okay, Green Tara was there the other day. The Bodhisattva of compassion and action. Compassion with action yields results. Okay, yeah, totally goes with this surrender your ego card. Somebody's going to come to you. I think he's going to come to you, she side. Okay, he is going to go to her. He is going to go to her, and he is going to want to talk to her about what has happened and what he has gone through, and she needs to give compassion to him, basically. Okay, don't turn him away, don't be mean. Okay, it says, I don't think I read this, cultivate gratitude, be of service to others, and come from your heart. A big ego can work against you, but humility will further your goals. Oh yeah, I did read this. So he's going to come to you, he's going to talk to you, and even though he is a person who may have humiliated you, dragged you through the mud, make you just see, like, he made you actually learn to love yourself. So I think you need to give him some credit on this. Okay, and you have probably talked to so many people and so many, uh, you have gained so much knowledge during this separation, and you have realized that you do love yourself. But you have to remember, even though you do love yourself and you might still be feeling a little bit of anger towards this person, you need to let that go, because you might be the only person that he has to go talk to. You probably had a lot of places to go to figure this out, a lot of people to talk to, a lot of experiences to learn to love yourself, and he may be looking to you to find out that information too, because he might think that you are the one who is very compassionate, who can teach him and show him the way. He may not trust anyone else. You may be the only trusting person that he knows, you know. So be compassionate to this person, because he is looking to you for knowledge, you know. He's looking to you for knowledge. He's looking to you for forgiveness. And he could be looking to you to help him to learn to love himself. Okay, and that's an honor, especially when they come to you, feeling that you can be the one to teach them, to show them the way, and especially if they're coming to you with the truth. Do you know how hard it is to confess the truth? How hard it is, how courageous a person has to be in order to reveal the truth to somebody, someone they hurt in the past, how they're wanting to come and make amends with you. That is so difficult. That's so courageous. And that is a gift. He is bringing a gift to you. And you should be honored that he's going to you to seek your advice and to seek your wisdom on how to make him a better person. That's awesome. So please have some compassion when he comes in. Be open-minded and be caring and loving, because he's just been through a lot, and you have been too, but you've been able to heal from it. Help him heal from it, because he's coming to you for help. Okay, you may be the only person that this person trusts. Okay. Wow. I hope that helps somebody out there. I have the chills right now. I think I spoke, I think Spirit is really happy with what I just spoke. So I'm hoping that that helped anyone out there. If you came here for entertainment and enjoyment or whatever, maybe you can also get a little tiny message out of that for your own life and yourself, even if the cards didn't resonate with you, or the story didn't really, maybe it didn't match up with your life. But I'm hoping that this end part, which is, I do suggest that if you do come to one of my readings and it's not resonating, skip over to the end, because there's always a good message for everyone at the end, okay, regardless of if the story resonated or not. Okay, and I'm really hoping that I help someone out there, and I'm sending you all love and good energy and the strength to come forward to do whatever you need to do to move ahead in your life. Okay, don't be held back. Don't be in that stagnant position. You can move forward. Why? Because you are just a perfect being in God's eyes. He loves you unconditionally, and I'm sure there's someone out there that loves you that way too. But first of all, what we need to do is love ourselves first, okay? So I'm sending out love, compassion, strength, confidence to make it through anything you can in life, because you can do it. Okay, my name is Mona. This is Kaleidoscope Dreams Tarot, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. I'll talk to you next time. Bye.